nutrients.
Yeah.
That's the start of it all was the psycho nutrients. The psycho kit I won, Adrena won for me at a hydroponic store open house.
Yeah.
Well, not open house, but like customer appreciation.
Yeah.
And they had these raffle tickets or whatever. And man, the lungstress, bro, she went around to every booth and got a ticket, bro. We had so many entries in there. And boom, they called our name, and we won a psycho nutrients kit, big long box.
Motherfuckers royalty. Like Joe ain't grew nothing but psycho. I think he said when he run out, he was gonna look for like a substitute because he was like, yeah, that shit getting like really expensive. But he always bought the kit. You know, he's always bought the kit. Yeah,
I had the kit, and I liked the kit because the kit gave me amazing results, especially when I didn't know exactly what I was doing. Right. So with psycho, if you follow the little guide that's and when you open the kit up, there's gonna be a feeding chart inside the kit.
Yeah, I remember that. Like a suitcase.
If you stick to the kit with psycho, you actually, you won't burn them up. You're gonna have to water, regularly, but you won't, mess them up because the way they got it broke down. So I love that part. I like that part of it. It helped me out when I was, new.
Right. It's
a lot of mixing. That the second thing that I liked about it was I didn't have to treat the cocoa, or I was already using psycho cocoa, but using psycho cocoa and their nutrients, I ain't have to do shit.
It's a plus. It was a
win-win. It was a win-win. I ain't have to do nothing. But then as I got into growing, like second grow, third grow with the psycho, I'm like, God damn. All right, let's count it up. We got an A and B for the veg. We got an A and B for the bloom.
Mm-hmm.
We got a bloom booster. We got a late bloom booster. We got a carbohydrate.
Right.
Then we got something for terpenes, super sticky. Then we had a B vitamin. And then we had enzymes.
All right.
Then we had the root shit. I forgot the name of the root. The root shit. Rhizofuse.
Dr. Repair shit. Then Psycho had
that. Dr. Repair. So that was like 11 bottles. Actually, it was 12. I think I'm missing one because it was 6. The kit.
Then they have like a silica or some shit, something like that.
Psycho silica. Yep, there it is. The silica. So it had 6 bottles on each row. Man, it's 12 goddamn bottles. You want to talk about getting expensive? And when
12. I would cut you out with this match. You got 12 going right now. Shit.
I got 12, bro.
You had
that's
to have 6 jugs.
6 jugs. And remember, one of our main focus for doing this is for the average working man that's buying a sack that want to grow his own.
Right.
Want to grow his own medicine, good, clean, potent, and you know what you're getting. You ain't got to trust the weed man who trusting whoever he done bought it from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He don't know. What's hot now? Gelato. Hey, I got that gelato. He don't know what the fuck it is. Right. I got that gelato.
It's so gelato something.
That was the beautiful part about it. But man, all them goddamn bottles, man, that shit, coming home from work and have to think about all them damn bottles and open up each one, measure it, then check for ppms, and then if I'm low, I got to go with a little bit of this one, a little bit of that one. Man, I had to find an alternative. To the
motherfucker. Definitely, like goddamn,
Definitely. But as you know, when you started growing, I first started, giving you the game. What we started with, psycho.
Right. And shit was simple.
It's simple.
She was really. It was a lot of bottles, but knowing what I know now, you know what I'm saying. I see why so forth the price and all that. Why, because it was simple and shit. It gave you big buzz like a motherfucker. If you just followed the chart, the shit, what I'm saying, definitely worked for you. It had the first 2 plants I grew were autos. and them motherfuckers grew out the tent. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was leaves and shit everywhere. You know, and on that Psycho and shit. I still got some of that shit sitting in the. It's been years too, boy. I'm talking about, I don't know if it's any good, but I still got it on the shelf. Or you know, have I pulled it out? Because it's been years, but you know, shit. I don't think I was even using CalMag, you know, at all.
No, we wasn't. You notice Psycho don't have a CalMag.
Right.
Each what I had to realize was, and what you're gonna have to look for when you thinking about growing and buying your nutrients, is that the reason they want you to use all of their nutrients in conjunction with each other is because they're going to have it set up so that you can succeed. Like they're going to have everything in their kit or whatever they offer. That's going to be all you need. You don't need to start flexing the other stuff or other manufacturers mixing all together until you tight with your growing, until you tight with your mixing. Right. Like right now I'm using Humboldt, but I'm trying out different bloom boosters because I'm really not sold on Humboldt's bloom booster. So because I know how to mix and I know what's what, I can do that. But if I was just starting, like when we just started, we was on Psycho and we were using that Potash Plus.
That's it.
That's it.
Don't tell me shit else.
Don't tell me nothing else. But and then so the biggest reason that I left from Psycho was I couldn't get anybody from their company or any of their representatives to answer my questions. And my main question was, do your fertilizer have PGRs in it? And if it does, I couldn't get a solid answer. And there's a big rumor that Psycho shit got PGRs in it, and that's why them fucking buds was growing so goddamn big. Yeah, and PGR basically is called plant growth regulator. All right.
Yeah.
So that's some shit you just don't want. It's not a good thing to have in your shit. All right.
Right. I mean, I don't even know what the fuck, you know what I'm saying, PGRs is. And I'm like, damn, when I grew on the Psycho, the shit was, damn, the shit turned out good. You know what I'm saying? So like, why is them PGRs such a, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I ain't fucking with that.
I had it. I don't know what the fuck I did with it.
Cause shit, Joe been growing with Psycho for shit since he been growing, and shit. I told him about the complete crop, but he was like, man, I had like every time I ran low on some of the case, I bought another case,
Yeah.
He was definitely on his nutrients, I think he treated his cocoa like soil, and then really, water, he kind of had it like, because Joe knew what was, he know plants. I think the cocoa was just, just that little bit of difference between that soil and cocoa can be a hell of a thing in the grow, the different run.
So check that out right there, Breez.
Brands of known cannabis fertilizer. These can be approved by the federal. Ow, shit. Okay.
So basically, it's shit that they add to modify the growth of the plant. Mainly it's poison because you can see this shit say it's not safe for human consumption.
Right.
And that
like, okay.
And then that shit just really, it just stood out like a big ass red flag to me.
Yeah, because shit, when you like, yeah, we ain't fucking with that Psycho no more. Shit, the ball's been on the shelf since then.
Yeah, so they said, marijuana farmers use PGRs to boost the density of yields from weeks 3 to 5 and the hardening of flowers. So right there, that's tell you right there why Psycho was giving us that thing, them gangsta ass buds. It had that dope in it. And both of us was both on a mission to move away from that. Right. The chemical. On our big organic adventure.
On our organic adventure.
On our organic adventure.
But doing that, we know so much now. You know what I'm saying? We know. I at the end of the first one, we was like, yeah, we just can't mix it. But then we just kept at it. We was like, oh shit, you can mix it. Just gotta give it time. We like, yeah, we ain't got time in the fabric pots. Then we started fucking with the plastic pots. All right, we got a little time in the plastic pots.
We ain't got time in the fabric pots. And the second thing that we learned is we ain't got to give it all at once in large amounts. We can gradually keep applying that shit till it built up in there.
Right. And also use other nutrients as pH regulators instead of, you know what I'm saying, making it all acidic with the pH up and down.
Yeah. Mainly the organic nutrients.
Right.
But you know, when we left Psycho, did we go straight to complete crop?
Think so.
Because we tried a few organics that just didn't work out.
Right. We tried that what's that? I keep forgetting that shit. I still get emails from them.
Impello Biofuel, that bio.
Man, I think we maybe got that when it's because I still get emails on that biofuel and biofuel, and every time I look at it, I be like, man, I might fuck with that biofuel, but then I think about that big ass rock I had sitting on the shelf. I was like, hell no, shit was hell to mix.
Oh man,
it was a whole damn near 10 minutes to get the shit to mix in the water.
Just to break it down, I had to make goddamn hot water to get that shit to.
That shit was just too. I mean, one time I brought like a little mixer, a little cheap mixer, a little blender, just to you know what I'm saying. That shit was. I was like, this is too much, man. I'd
rather fuck with all the bottles than go through with that shit.
That shit, right? These the bottles are simple. Yeah, you can just pour, you know, and draw the shit. That shit was just too much. But now I'm talking about that other shit. The shit we still use now, the
Grow Thrive.
Grow Thrive, yeah.
Yeah, the Grow Thrive. I'm gonna be honest with you. I use all that shit the same, the general purpose and the bloom formula.
Yeah.
When I was low on the bloom, I just pulled that shit into the general purpose, and it's all the same shit.
It's all the same shit.
It's some acidic shit that bring my pH down. That's what it is for me, and establish me a organic element in my garden, in my root zone. That's what it do for me.
Right, because we letting it sit.
I
realized I had to learn with them waters. That was one of my biggest things. I was like, shit, I didn't learn that to like maybe my third or fourth grow. You know what I'm saying? Like the start of your water. Like, I didn't really. Sometimes it would throw me off. I was like, damn, why these numbers? I didn't really get a good understanding of like, okay, the numbers to be like, okay, to like, all right, let me try some of these other nutrients, until I had to, really just like, okay, to start really understand the ppms and the start of my water and like, all right, this is what I'm starting with. And to totally be honest, it wasn't still to grows later. So I was like, all right, I get the watering now where I can be like, okay, this is what, nutrients I need to put in it, and this, this the good shit I need in it. This shit is just, I'm putting too much of this in it. Because I ain't gonna lie, at first I was scared of that. I was scared of that cow mag. I was scared of
cow mag. Scared of.
My plant was light skinned like a motherfucker. I was like, why am I playing so light? Shit. I was scared of that cow mag, man.
I don't even. The only time I use the cow mag now is when I'm making a spray, a foliage spray.
Because you don't use it in your water, like, cause your water like at 50. You don't.
Nah, because
cow mag with it?
Nah, because cow mag is in my base nutrient. It's in my A and B, so it get cow mag every other day. One day I water with just water, just so things don't get toxic. Especially now that I increase my ppm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now I go fertilizer, pH water, fertilizer, pH water, fertilizer, pH water. And so it's getting some cow mag every other day. Easy.
Okay. Because I thought at one point the formula was, we was, like the sketch.
Yeah, that shit gave way.
That shit was like a horror movie on this end. I was like, what the fuck? Treez! I was sitting in the car running that motherfucker. Like, what happened? Shit.
Yeah, I know goddamn sense, bro.
I was like, Treez! No! Damn. That wake you up. Shit. On this end, you just talking and you motherfucker just shit just get to tumbling and like, damn. I ain't seeing nothing but like the, you know, but the floor. I'm like, God damn.
Tell you when I ain't got a good base like they got to be in some solid like that. I gotta keep it up there. Hey, you know what? That just mean I need to fire the blunt up. It's upside down.
Yeah, yeah.
But real quick, Breeze, actually, before the Psycho, when I first started growing, I started with General Hydroponics. Nah, it's a dust protector.
Yeah.
I started out with General Hydroponics 3-part. That's what Juanita was growing with.
Juanita. That was the start right there.
Yep.
Fucking Juanita.
It was 3 bottles, a micro, a grow, and a bloom.
Yeah, I think Tino used that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got the tiger on it and shit on the bottom.
Nah, that's probably that sound like Fox Farm or some shit. Or Tiger Bloom. General Hydroponics, that shit just like it sounds. General Hydroponics. It might as well have a white label with fertilizer written on that motherfucker. It looked just like it looked just like the big blue bottle and the big what was the pH down? It was like pink or some shit. Orange.
Orange.
Yeah, the orange. That I call that shit Kool-Aid. That shit so fucking weak. But I actually
dosing that shit.
Yeah, I actually started with that shit. But and then when I won that Psycho kit, that's when I moved to cocoa. That's what started the cocoa. When I won that Psycho kit, I was like, you know what, I gotta change this up because deep water culture, that shit just that shit ain't for beginners.
Right.
It is not for beginners. You know, it's for beginners if you got a tutor. If you got a sensei,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
This is what you're doing.
But if you don't know nothing, the internet has so much bullshit information floating around.
It's so much bro science on that shit.
Man, so much bro science. But I wanted to go with Advanced Nutrients because they're actually, a cannabis company. But hell, they got even more bottles than Psycho. I wasn't gonna say they got just as many. They got fucking more. They got everything we just named with Psycho in 3 levels. So they got a basic level, then they got like the mid range, then they got the connoisseur shit, and all of them got the same,
same shit in it, but like a little bit extra.
I mean, they got some different shit in it, but fuck, it's still a shitload of bottles, and it's twice the price. So that's why I couldn't fuck with Advanced Nutrients. I really wanted to, but I couldn't. I'm fucking with one of their bloom boosters because it's supposed to be a really good bloom booster. That Big Bud Cocoa.
Yeah.
So I finna try that out now on the same bitches that I got in the basement. So it's gonna be like an experiment. I got 2 mothers upstairs that I grow with Humboldt and Golden Tree, and I use Massive Bloom as a bloom booster. Massive Bloom and Resin, both by Green Planet Nutrients.
Yeah.
I took a clone of each plant, and I'm gonna grow them with the same base nutrients, Humboldt with Golden Tree, but this time I'm gonna use Big Bud. Big Bud only recommends you use it from weeks 2 of flower to like week 6 or 7, some shit like that, and then they want you to use Overdrive. That's the equivalent to Psycho Swell. That's their late bloom booster. Yeah. So it's just got a shitload of phosphorus and potassium in it. And that's where that goddamn flower fuel come in. Flower fuel gonna act as my overdrive. So I'm gonna use the big
all that goddamn potassium and nitrogen. Yeah. I mean potassium and
phosphorus and potassium.
Yeah.
So I'm just giving that regular. So because the big bud, they phosphorus and potassium numbers low too. I think it's like 7 and 8, some shit like that. It ain't just like a big gangster number. But what I like about Advanced Nutrients and what I liked about Massive Bloom is that they formulate they shit for the plant, for the bloom cycle. They ain't just throwing a bunch of that shit in there and say, hey, it's going to take a bunch of this shit and going to have big bud. They actually got a formula for that shit. So we're going to see what's happened with it, man. That's where I'm at with it now. But
that's what Shogun and Canna, like they recommend Eupholia spray with it, like, you know what I'm saying, the week before you flip, the week of the flip, and 28 days later, you know what I'm saying, you do a folia spray.